The Riel School Division brings together a community of schools on the traditional land of the Anishinaabe, Innuak, and Dakota. Our division is located on the homeland of the Métis. We recognize that Manitoba is also the traditional land of the Anishinaabe and Dene. We respect the treaties made on this land and acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past and present. We dedicate ourselves to authentic alliances with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and cooperation.
Good evening, and welcome to the Riel Arts and Technology Center Convocation. My name is Todd Tyler, and I'm the Vice Principal at ATC, and your Master of Ceremonies for Convocation 2021. This year, we are proud to announce that we have 192 graduates. So let's get this started. To begin with, I would like to introduce Mr. Robert Page, who is going to bring greetings to the graduates on behalf of the Riel School Division trustees.
Hello, and congratulations. You finally come to that point in your life where you're going to leave the regular school and go on to your next stage. And it's different than what you usually expect for grad. And normally I would be talking to rows and rows of students with their gowns and their mortarboards on. Right now I'm staring at a little red dot and being filmed. I'm Trustee Robert Page from Ward 2 in Riel School Division, and we hope that you've learned well from your years at Riel, and that when you leave here, what you take with you is going to stay with you for the rest of your life to varying degrees. If you've become fluent in Canada's other national language, that I would suggest is a real gift, and I would hope that those of you that are now able to speak French fluently will use every opportunity to continue to do that and possibly learn a third or other language. When you go through life, you must expect the unexpected. That's why I'm standing in front of a camera. I expected that at grad I would be sitting on a stage watching you listen to people tell you what about a great life you're going to have. So expect the unexpected. It's constant and it's always there. And don't let it catch you unawares. I would suggest that as young Canadians, that you always put your health first. Think about what you eat, what you put into your body, and limit how much you sit. I'm really glad that I'm standing here to do this. Sitting is the new smoking. You can check that out on Google, it's true. So limit how much you sit. Try to be as active as you can in a world in which we're required to spend so much time sitting and looking at a screen. I just throw that little tip out because I want you to have healthy lives, not just long ones. Final words of wisdom. Realize that all you have is time, space, and stuff. The less stuff you have, the more time and the more space. And with more time and more space, life is better. I wish you all well on behalf of the Board of Trustees and Louis Riel School Division. And I hope that you enjoy the grad as it has been determined for you. Good day.
Welcome back. Mr. Christian Michalik, the Superintendent of the Louis Riel School Division, will now address the graduates.
Greetings, graduating class of 2021. I'd like to start off by acknowledging that I know this is not the graduation ceremony we had hoped for. I know this past year hasn't been easy, but somehow you have found the perseverance and resilience to collectively navigate the ongoing reality of this pandemic. I also want to acknowledge all the parents and guardians, family members and friends who have given strength to our students and have done their best to help them succeed. Kindness and community have played a huge role in our ability to thrive and flourish under these difficult circumstances. As we begin to emerge from the shadow of the pandemic, I'm excited to see how the class of 2021 will navigate the future, how the insights you've learned will influence your future choices and decisions. Living in such unprecedented times gives us the opportunity to pause and discover new ways of looking at ourselves in the world and how we can change for the better. So many of you have proved that you are up to that challenge during the Beyond the Horizon Youth Summit in May. You showed that we can find hope and opportunity, even in crisis. You shared your vision for a better future, and you started a dialogue that will leave a legacy in our learning community for years to come. The one thing I hope you've discovered throughout your time in the Louis Riel School Division is that learning can and does happen everywhere. It precedes school and will continue long after your final formal interaction with a school. That's the essential beauty of learning. No matter your path, passion, or goals, it is the process to achieving them. Graduation is a unique experience, especially this year. I hope you remember these last few months as being a unique time that brought the best out of you and proved to be the catalyst for positive change, wherever your path may take you. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Please join me in welcoming Mr. Brian Cameron, the principal of the Louis Riel Arts and Technology Center.
Good day to you parents, friends, staff, and most important, our 2021 graduating class. First, I thank all of the people who have helped in getting you all to this point in your academic journey. Staff from the Louis Riel Arts and Technology Center, but also the 12 high schools from outside the Louis Riel School Division. Without their hard work too, this would not be possible. It would be remiss of me to forget your parents, family, and mentors who have been behind the scenes and supported you through your years up to now. Your accomplishments are a culmination of all of their support throughout your journey. Thank you all for your hard work. Many of you are not only graduating from the Louis Riel Arts and Technology Center, but from other high schools both within and outside the Louis Riel School Division. Congratulations to those of you who are double graduates this year. Today, we celebrate your achievements. This year, we have 1 mature student graduate, 5 high school graduates, 192 program graduates, of which 76 so far have earned their Level 1 apprenticeship accreditation. I know that you did not want to have your school year end like this. For our high school students, this once-in-a-lifetime event fell during your last year of high school. The timing was not great for the class of 2021, and it is not over yet. It has been challenging for all of us, and throughout it all, you have been steadfast and resilient. You stood tall, you have endured, and here you are today. Therefore, we need to celebrate the challenges, the areas where you have struggled along with the successes, because you have persevered, you have worked through it, and it has added to your character and helped you get ready for future challenges, of which will pale in comparison. We have learned to go about things differently and make it work. I would venture that many things we are doing today would still be the norm for some years to come. Several things have become prominent over the last year, especially in the last few months. First, there is hope that we are beginning to come out of this. At least appears to be light at the end of the tunnel. But we just need to hang on a little bit longer. You have all been so strong up to now, so keep it up and we will get through this. I hear a lot of perspectives and judgment in the media. We all have ways in our own minds how this situation could have been handled differently, but ultimately we are here now. It is in all of our best interests to continue until we are at a safe level again. But most important, we need to support the frontline people who are doing the best they can, and the way to do that is to continue following the recommendations. Because of events taking place in the world about a year ago, ATC staff got a shirt made up with the following statement: "When hate is loud, love must be louder." And on the back of the shirt, it has the hashtag #BeTheChange. More has happened since then that have made this statement more important than ever. The treatment of Indigenous, Asian, and people of color has come to the forefront. We are looking deep at ourselves and reflect on our own thoughts and beliefs. Without exception, what has been discovered at more than one residential school so far in Canada has shocked and saddened not just us, but the entire world. However, we have seen our schools, businesses, organizations, and especially our young people everywhere make the message clear. The events of the past cannot happen again. They do not want this attached to their place in history. They expect change. While change may not happen overnight, we are seeing the evolution which must and will come. And for that, I have hope. You've made it to the end and you've earned your certificates. Well, this end anyway. Your journey from learning is far from done. You're able to work in your skilled trade or technology area, and now the real life learning begins. I expect that should I be able to talk to you in a year or two, you will all be completely different people. You will have become even more knowledgeable, strong, reflective, and leaders. There is still much to learn for all of us, but I am confident in our future. I know that you will take on the monumental tasks ahead for all of us and will be successful. Congratulations to all of you, all the best in the future, and we thank you for choosing ATC.
And now, the Louis Riel Arts and Technology Center High School and Mature Student Graduates. Cole Terra. Erwin Abril. Zachary Gillis. Jessamar McCoy. Raven Moore. Ross Thorosky.
I would like to present Amanda Aguidan, the valedictorian for the Applied Business Program.
We all hope that the graduating class of 2020 will be the last class to deal with an uninvited guest. But as you can all see, this guest also decided to join us throughout our school year. Even so, we were still able to make the most out of this situation. We managed to form a partnership with the Culinary Arts Program as sales associates for the food market, and we even started our own brownie in a jar business from scratch. Thanks to apps like Teams and Zoom, we were not only able to continue our education at home, but we even managed to have our own personal tour of Rome. Furthermore, each of us were able to participate as interns with associations such as Chroma Property Technology Inc. and Thrive Thrift Shop. As our journey ends, I would like to take this time to thank the people that were able to make this happen. Thank you to our teacher, Mr. Kuiper and Mrs. Strom. Even though we drove them crazy at times, they did their best to teach us despite the challenges of COVID. Thank you to the Culinary Arts program for the opportunity to form a partnership. Thank you to my classmates who work hard to bring this Brownie in a Jar project to life. And thank you to everyone who supported both ventures. A final thanks to all the students and staff here at the Arts and Technology Center who did their best to social distance and take any other necessary measures to keep everyone safe. Our future may be uncertain right now, but the current situation does not determine our final destination. Nothing is set in stone. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, let us keep in mind to make the most out of any situation we may encounter. Things do not always go as planned, but instead of focusing on the things we cannot change, let us turn our attention towards the things that we can. We only have one life. Let's make the most out of it. Thank you.
Here's the graduating class for the Applied Business Management Program 2021. Amanda Agbode. McGregor Benning. Robert Landon. Nolan Morrissey. Caden Neal.
Presenting Khadija Scantlebury, the valedictorian for the Automotive Technology Program.
I am happy to be able to present this valedictorian speech on behalf of the 2021 graduating Automotive Technology class at the Louis Riel Arts and Technology Center. It is no surprise that this past year has been difficult for all of us. We have all had to undergo various trials and hardships as we struggle to adapt to the new way of living and learning. Throughout the struggles of this past year, my classmates and I have learned to rely on each other in unity. We've had opportunities to appreciate each other's company while getting fantastic lessons from our teachers, Ms. Machado, Mr. Moody, and Mr. Schramm. The hard work you've put into this year has not gone unnoticed. Regardless of the impacts that COVID-19 pandemic had on this class, I want to express my appreciation for all my teachers who went above and beyond and made sure we were all successful in everything that we were learning. I know this year was an adjustment for them, as well as I'm truly grateful for the patience that they have expressed throughout this time. Without them, many of us would not be where we are now. We all have learned about what it means to persevere during these challenging times, all while keeping academics at a forefront. I'm excited to see what the future holds for me and my classmates, and I can't wait for this next chapter. As Denzel Washington said, fail big because you only live once, so do what you're passionate about now.
I'd like to introduce the graduating class for Automotive Technology 2021. Rami Ahmed. Farouk Aladusi. Eric Anderson. Gabe Collette. Evan Crawford. Zach Deli. Caden Dedio. Sehajpreet Singh Dua. Samuel Fournier. Jesse Fracassi. Cade Gagne. Keegan Galischuk. Caden Hageman. Danae Handel. Terrence Holding. Luke Horn. Ali Khan. Axel Comel. Matthew Lambert. Josh Singh Matu. Abdul Moyes. Sean Peters. Keenan Pillick. Dario Rakarik. Connor Rodrigue. Mauricio Rodriguez, Blaise Rup Laurencel, Lex Xavier Salanguit, Khadija Scantlebury, Shabam Sharma, Jaspreet Singh, Avon Smith, Zach Thurston Harder, Jeremy Vachon, Puneet Walia, Carter Wall, Bo Wu, Liam Zappa,
The valedictorian for the baking and pastry program is Danico Girard.
When I began my time at the Riel Arts and Technology Center in February 2020, it was like a breath of fresh air from high school and the small country environment I was used to. March came and then came the lockdown. It felt like we were not only ripped from a school, but also a home. In such a short time, we built this sense of family, and nothing hurt more than to be ripped from that family. September came and we returned to the halls of LRATC to find that nothing was what it used to be. The school was filled with this unshakable air of worry, but when I think of all our classmates, teachers, and aides, I know that every person worked diligently to provide a worry-free experience and a refuge from the so much scarier world outside. Each one of our peers, teachers, and families were here to support you through this pandemic. February came again, and our time at ATC came to a close. I was terrified of forgetting the amazing memories I'd collected within these walls. Looking back, how could I? How could I forget what it felt like to walk into that white classroom every morning and find Miss Hubble or Miss Campanella sitting at their desk, or the whiteboard with ganache ratios and French translations? How could I forget how weird it was to see Chef and Miss Murray out of their chef whites every morning? As we graduate today, I want you all to remember these small details and remember you were never and will never be alone. When this is all over, I only see precious memories and bright careers in our futures.
The Baking and Pastry Arts graduates from 2021, Ariel Brown, Fan Fang Nan Za, Danica Jura, Akashdeep Kaur, Lucy Lian, Janet Naju, Palumi Uganlia, Parnet, Meng T.N., Kaiteo Sean, Xing Lei Su.
The broadcast media valedictorian is Emma Winround.
Coming to this program was a big change for me, and I'm sure many for you as well. I was not used to the dynamic, the people from many different schools, the curriculum, and the overall alterations in my routine. Just as these differences were starting to settle in, things were put into high gear, and we did our first sports broadcast. Even though we experienced many technical issues, practical issues, and red-faced Mr. P issues, it was still my favorite experience in the program. It felt like when you put together a puzzle and as things progressed, the puzzle pieces came together. The puzzle pieces of teamwork started to fit into place and I could feel myself start to come out of my shell. But then COVID made its appearance and we went into lockdown. It was challenging transitioning to online and frustrating not being able to use the equipment we had just learned to use. Thankfully, Mr. P and Mr. Lobo worked hard for us to push through the program, despite the pandemic. At least they could get away with having a bad hair day at home and none of us would even know. As the class was split into 2 cohorts in the next semester, I was worried the friendships that were just starting to bloom before lockdown had dissipated. Fortunately, I was proven wrong when after the first week, I felt like there was no gap from when we'd last seen each other. We persevered through these tough times as a class and made some lifelong friends because of it. One of Mr. P's favorite sayings was, "I can teach monkeys to push buttons, but I can't teach monkeys to get along with other monkeys." So congratulations to all you monkeys who have successfully learned to push buttons, and guess what, Mr. P? We also learned to get along with other monkeys despite these circumstances.
And now the graduates from the Broadcast Media class of 2021. Daniel Anayakor, Lily Chen, Darlene Delacruz, Geneva Doso, Evan Ducharme, Anna Morales, Paneet Kaur Gurm, Cassius Harder, Catherine Haynes, Ender Luna, Isabella Suarez, Caden Morris, Gabrielle Ryu, Nidhi Valand, Emma Winram, Zaicheng Zeheng,
We are pleased to introduce Caleb LaRoche, the valedictorian for the Building Trades program.
Well then, we seem to have made it through the year. This year has been tough for everyone due to COVID-19. But even with this global pandemic, we pulled through. We've had ups and downs over the last year as we worked through the thick and thin of COVID restrictions. I was amazed that we were still able to learn so much in a building trades course, even with the reduced class time. This is due to the efforts of our great teacher, Tim Rondo. He taught us the proper safety practices and neat tricks of the trade for the job site, which we'll never forget. Tricks like multiple ways of how to use the same tool for different tasks, or how not to shoot oneself in the hand with an air nailer. It is thanks to his patience and guidance that we are capable of a very good future working the trade. One funny memory in particular that I'll take with me from this class is when Mr. Rondo wouldn't stop gushing over his crush, the stiletto hammer, for 3 weeks straight. I mean, who knew a hammer could be so exciting? I would like to take this final opportunity to congratulate my fellow graduates, and I hope you all have great careers in your lifetime. And good luck for you might need some along the way.
The graduating class for building trades, Malaya Gertley, Ryan Giesbrecht, Ashton Dodick McQueen, David Kaler, Alex Kerr, Leandro Cornelson, Ashton LaForest, Josh Lanin, Vincent Lang, Braden Lamoureux, Caleb LaRoche, Jack Redekop, Danielle Sabrin, Gabe Taves Weens, Declan Vermette.
The Culinary Arts program valedictorian is Renalou Ardez.
Year of the unexpected. That's what the past year has been for me, and probably to most of you too. From the beginning, my journey in the culinary arts was unexpected. I didn't expect to get in culinary arts here at the Louis Riel Arts and Technology Center at the time when I applied. I was told that the chances of getting in were very low due to the high numbers of international student applicants and limited slots. When I did get in, I didn't expect to meet such amazing people like my chefs and classmates that made me enjoy every single day in class. Of course, all of us didn't expect this pandemic, or that we would all have to stay home, connect to online classes, and face all variety of challenges that come with learning a practical trade remotely. Being chosen as a class valedictorian took me by surprise as well. However, it is an honor. Lastly, I didn't expect to be hired so soon by the restaurant where I interned last year, to start my apprenticeship and to be on my journey to becoming a Red Seal chef, which has been my lifelong dream ever since I was a kid. They say that the best things in life happen unexpectedly, and my journey has been a clear example of that. But of course, all of this wouldn't be possible without the help of everyone around me. To my family, relatives, and friends around the world who never cease to believe in me and support me since day one. To our chefs and instructors who has taught us patiently, push us to be our best, and saw our potential we didn't even know we have. Lastly, to God, for without Him, none of this would be possible. I wish my fellow graduates a lifetime of embracing the joys of the unexpected, and best of luck in your futures. Congratulations.
Culinary Arts Graduating Class of 2021. Ben Anderson, Renalou Ardez, Riel Bellamere, Sarah Croucher, Sajanpreet Singh Dhaliwal, Kyle Ferris, Jerry Gallup, Zachary Gillis, Kim Hibbert, Mason Kamal, Arshdeep Kaur, Nuk Ken Lau, Yin Yang, Jessamar McCoy, Ryan McRae, Rula Nasser Eddin, Eric Painshaw, Logan Reimer, Jenna Scanlon, Eden Salveson, Alec Tone, Mathieu Verrier, Peter Yang.
And now I'd like to introduce the valedictorian for the Early Childhood Educator Program, Mackenzie Malt.
If you would have told me at the beginning of my time at the Riel Arts and Technology Center that I would be able to do a presentation in front of my class, I wouldn't have believed you. And here I am now, class valedictorian. Maybe it is not so hard to believe when you have a class full of people you really get along with. Not only did I get along with my classmates, but we became great friends as well. This past year in the Early Childhood Education program at ATC has been a great experience. Although we spent most of our first semester in lockdown doing online learning, this grant made class feel as normal as possible by keeping our schedule of class 3 times a week on Teams, group work, activities, and projects. During this course, I was not only able to learn more about children, but also more about myself. Working with children is now a passion of mine and not something I knew I could do until this program. I had the opportunity to do my internship at a great center where I now work part-time. I'd like to thank Ms. Grant for all the time she put into working with us students, not only teaching us about the program content, but also encouraging us to be our best selves and believing in us. She taught me to be more confident in myself and many other things along the way. I went into this program a completely different person than I'm leaving, and I'm sure that's the same for many of you. Congratulations to my fellow classmates. We made it, even with a few late assignments.
Early Childhood Educator Graduates 2021. Cedric Fillion, Harsimran Kaur, Jaspreet Kaur, Mackenzie Malt, Charlie Suture.
Erwin Abril is the valedictorian for the Electrical Trades program.
First, I would like to thank God for the guidance and protection He has given us all. Thanks to Mr. Cameron and Mr. Tyler, who accepted me into the Riel Arts and Technology Center and gave me a chance. Thanks to my teachers, Mr. Jowett, Mrs. Strom, to Mrs. Delisle, and the rest of the ATC staff. Thank you for making me feel welcome and at home in this great institution. Going back to school and switching profession was not an easy decision for me. My former profession took me away from my family for weeks on end. When my son was born, I decided to take a different trade, one that will enable me to be at home each night and be involved in the growth and nurturing of our newborn. I found that here at ATC in the electrical program. I needed a new skill set that will enable me to not just support my family, but also provide service to the people of Winnipeg and beyond. I am now equipped with knowledge and skills which I currently apply in my new profession as a Level 1 electrical apprentice. This journey has not been easy from the get-go. Being 44 and in class with classmates old enough to be my kids made me a bit insecure at first. I asked myself, what am I doing here? The first few weeks were like a blur, but through Mr. Jowett's motivations and unique way of teachings, things started to make sense. I will be honest, this course is not easy, and when the pandemic hit us all, it just made a tough course even tougher. Despite these challenges, we were able to overcome, and we are all now graduates of our respective trades. I know it has not been easy, but that made it even more worth it and memorable. There is this Thomas Edison quote that lingers in my head. Vision without execution is hallucination. Everything starts with a dream, but without making the first step, it will always stay a dream. This is my first step to becoming a journeyman electrician. Today, I empower you all to make your step to becoming what you always dreamed to be. I wish you all the best. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations to the Electrical Trades class of 2021. Erwin Abril, Andres Afanador, Mihailo Blagovic, Quinn Butterworth, Cole Zarnecki, Karen Damon, Sam Hergert, Kyle Houston, Angus LaForest, Ryan Lissell, Harnoor Pawar, Dennis Vandevan, Caitlin Ward. Congratulations to Emma Steele, the valedictorian for the Aesthetics program.
Hello and welcome to the Aesthetics class of 2021. It is an honor to speak on behalf of my class. For most of us, attending ATC was the first step in the direction of our futures. I first came to ATC in grade 11, and it was not like any regular high school. The expectations were high, but we were given all that we needed in order to succeed. Working together as a team and with the strong support of our teachers, we came to realize that we could do great things. We just needed the right tools and time to try. We took risks and made mistakes and eventually learned what it takes to be part of the industry. I'm proud to have been part of this program and know that both my success and the success of my classmates is down to the hard work and caring of our great teachers. I'm so thankful for all the opportunities that you provided us with. Your care and guidance led me to feel like a professional. I could see myself as a success in the field, and this is what gave me confidence. So much so that I nailed my first interview and landed a job to begin my apprenticeship. Once again, thanks to all my teachers for helping me prepare for my interview when I only had 2 hours of notice. To my fellow classmates, best wishes for the future. In an industry such as ours, I'm sure our paths will cross again. Congratulations.
And now, the graduates from the Aesthetics program. Yeva Dianka. Olivia Johnson. Emma Steele. Mandeep Kaur Viraj.
The hairstyling program will be represented by this year's valedictorian, Kiana Bateman.
Hello everyone. What an exciting day to be standing here with my classmates graduating from the hairstyling program here at ATC. I am honored to be here speaking on behalf of the 2021 ATC hairstyling class, who together have overcome the hurdles of a global pandemic to complete our training to work in an industry that relies on the public. I would like to thank all of our wonderful teachers. Mrs. Suvanarath, you have taught us dexterity, precision, and that continued practice will help us to achieve whatever our imagination creates. Ms. Giesbrecht, your professionalism has pushed us to set high standards for ourselves, and your organization skills have given us the base we need to obtain those standards. Ms. Price, your creativity and passion for this industry and for us as individuals has sparked excitement that we will be taking with us into our careers ahead. Ms. Lapointe, your positivity and support for client work has taught us how to customize the fundamentals to suit client needs and bring their vision to life. All of you have supported us and guided us to obtain the skills that we will be bringing to industry, and I believe I can speak for all of us when I say how excited I am to begin working as a hairstylist. Vidal Sassoon was a famous hairstylist, and I think he summed it up perfectly when he said, "Hairdressers are a wonderful breed. You work one-on-one with another human being, and the object is to make them feel so much better, and to look at themselves with a twinkle in their eye." Today we walk out into the world to share our creativity and to help others express themselves, to listen and support strangers through their hurdles and triumphs, and to continue displaying the professionalism and hard work that is hairstyling.
Here is the graduating class for hairstyling for 2021. Kiana Bateman. Justine Blackier. Austin Clegg. Amy Ding. Angelica De Jesus. Jenny Friesen. Kaylin Hyam. Navjot Kaur. Robin Preet Kaur. Isabel Lemoyne. Desiree Monkman Stevenson. Crystal Poirier. Caitlin Vermette.
Jack Moore is the valedictorian for the Information Systems program.
I am honored to be here today to represent the Information Systems program. I would like to start by thanking our teachers for adapting to the unique school year that we have just concluded. Last March, only a few short weeks after starting this new program, we were required to shift into the unfamiliar environment of remote learning. This, as all you know, came with its challenges. But through it all, Mr. Katoja was always prepared and available for any help that was required. I am personally very thankful for the efforts that Mr. C had put in to make the events like competing in Cyber Patriot, the Canadian Cyber Defense Challenge, and the on-site work internships possible. These were great experiences and an opportunity to put the skills acquired during the program to work. Although my team was not able to have all members meet in person for the competitions, we adapted and worked as a team virtually and experienced a lot of success. I was beyond thrilled to get an internship opportunity in January. I was able to experience what it would be like to work in the IT field while making many great connections and memories. Using the troubleshooting skills and technical knowledge I had acquired in a work environment with colleagues is an experience I would not get any other way. To my fellow classmates, I hope that the obstacles that we have overcome and the knowledge we have acquired help you excel in your future endeavors. Whether it be in a career in IT, furthering your education, or even just as a person. The skills we have obtained this past year are not only from the material, but the environments as well. These skills, such as communication, responsibility, commitment, teamwork, and so many more, were essential to our journey in this past year and will continue to aid us moving forward. I would like to congratulate all the graduates for their work they've put in this year. Today, we celebrate our accomplishments, look forward to an amazing journey in front of us, and close a chapter in our book that we surely will not forget.
Here are the Information Systems 2021 graduates. Dylan Bayak, Tendai Shamaranga, Salmer Jahaj, Nicholas Jarris, Jerome Lane, Hawaii Liu, Maddox Lyons, Brett McLean, Jack Moore, Jibby Njai, Seth Nicholas, Griffin Owen, Manu Perron, Logan Rowlick, Alex Spitsky, Janai Walker,
We are excited to introduce Jesse Letwin, the valedictorian for the New Media Design program.
As Steve Jobs once said, sometimes life is going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. This quote sums up the future of our career paths as well as the journey we took to get where we are now, graduates of the New Media Design program. While each student had their own preferences, whether it be design or programming, Ms. C made both types of work fun and intriguing. In the design classes, we learned about color theory, how to use certain Adobe apps, and plenty of other skills. In the programming classes, we learned how to manage database, create websites, and make tools using code we created from scratch. Personally, I thought that Mr. Kuiper's Features and Interactive Digital Media class and Mr. Lal's Project Management class really brought most of us out of our shell and put those skills to work. Even though we were not physically together most of the time, our class bonded exceptionally well. Connecting with classmates online is not the easiest thing in the world, but our class seemed naturally good at communicating online, and all of us would help each other out whenever we needed it. In the end, we all became better at working in teams, as well as learning how companies in the technology industry function. Whether we pursue coding, design, or something else entirely, this program gave us an opportunity to explore other options for our future, beyond traditional high school courses. In fact, the true skills we developed in the New Media Design program were meeting new friends, learning to work together, improving time management, enhancing our creativity, and learning how to think more critically. These are the skills we can channel and transfer into whatever we choose to do in the future, and I think that we will continue to cherish and use these skills for the rest of our lives. I am extremely thankful for the teachers and staff, as well as my fellow students who went on this amazing journey with me, and I look forward to reliving these experiences in the future when I meet you all again.
Introducing the graduating class for New Media Design 2021. Samaya Bush, Daniel Costa, Bobby Greyeyes, Thomas Hansen, Jesse Letwin, Augustine Maldonado, Raven Moore, Alisa Prue, Kamalpreet Singh, Aaron Striffling, Axel Thiessen, Raleigh Walker, Kyle Weeb, Madison Weeb,
I am pleased to present Ethan McKay, the valedictorian for the Plumbing Trades program.
When we all started at the Riel Arts and Technology Center last year, I'm sure that none of us expected for the school year to change so drastically. Between lockdowns, remote, and hybrid learning, this past year has had its share of challenges, but we have made it through and completed the first steps towards our careers as plumbers. I know that we are all looking forward to seeing what comes next. Being in class was always a good time, whether it was waiting to see who would have the next learning moment or unexpected plumbing mishap. I remember one time when I was working on a sink and I heard a yell from behind me. When I turned around, all I remember seeing was a stream of water spraying all my classmates. What a mess. Luckily, I didn't get too wet, but I can't say the same for the rest of my friends. I would like to thank my family and friends for supporting me through this year. I would also like to thank Mr. Tedashidi for all of his wisdom and knowledge. He has helped us all prepare and succeed in Level 1 plumbing, even though some of us had some unexpected showers. Personally, I've never liked going to school until I started at ATC. Mr. T made the days fly by and school not feel like school. I actually looked forward to going to class. Congratulations, ATC Plumbing Class of 2021.
The Plumbing Trades graduates of 2021. Zach Arnell, Prabal Bajwa, Eric Boyko, Noah Chapman, Gershil Singh, Patrick Kelly, Ethan McKay, Noah Lambert, Bailey Love, Brad Mashad, Matthew Narina, Osazi Osakapamwan, Prathamjot Singh, Yuvam Rampal, Shohin Sagir, Riley Vazina, Edries Yaya.
The Wayne Coots Memorial Scholarships are presented to 2 graduates of the Automotive Technology program who are working as motor vehicle mechanics apprentices. They must have maintained a 70% average during the program. This year, the winners of the awards are Luke Horn and Keenan Pilick. The MLA Scholarship for St. Boniface is presented to a graduating student who resides within the provincial constituency of St. Boniface and has demonstrated a commitment to his or her school and/or community through volunteer activity. The scholarship is awarded to Palumi Ogalai from the Baking and Pastry program. The Dan Vandal Youth Initiative Award is presented to a student who has demonstrated outstanding leadership in volunteering within nonprofit organizations or the school. This year's award winner is presented to Manu Perrin from Information Systems program. The Audrey Gordon MLA for Southdale Overcomer Award. This award is presented to a student who possesses a positive attitude, who has overcome adversity, and who volunteers. This year, the award is presented to Aaron Striffling from the New Media Design program. The Matt Allard St. Boniface City Councillor Award is awarded to a student who has volunteered in their community. The recipient of the award is Daniel Costa from the New Media Design program. The Retired Teachers and Support Staff of St. Vital, St. Boniface, and Norwood Award. This is an award that is presented to a student who is going on to post-secondary education. The student must have shown academic success and volunteered in their school or their community. This award is given in all 8 of the Louis Riel high schools. Today we present it to Angelica de Jesus in the hairstyling program. The Louis Riel Teachers Association Award. This award is presented to a graduating student who has a 75% or higher average in their program and who is going on to further education. We present this award to a student from the Early Childhood Educator program, Mackenzie Mald. The Louis Riel School Division Educational Assistant QP 3473 Award is presented to a student who has shown exemplary character and who has overcome adversity to complete their program. This year the award goes to Zach Gillis from the Culinary Arts program. The Vocational Teachers Association Award of Merit. This award is presented to a high school graduating student who has shown high achievement in their program and who has shown sound trade employability skills. This year the award is presented to Logan Reimer in the Culinary Arts program. The Arts and Technology Center Citizenship Award is being presented to a student who is graduating from a program and who has demonstrated leadership qualities and outstanding school spirit while at ATC. We present the award to Kiana Bateman for the hairstyling program. The Arts and Technology Student Achievement Award is presented to a student who is successfully graduating from a program and who has overcome adversity during their studies. We are pleased to present the award to Cedric Fillion in the Early Childhood Educator program. Red River College Partnership and Education Scholarship. This award is given to a student who will be pursuing further education at Red River College. It is presented to Alyssa Prue from the New Media Design program. The Reelevate Endowment Fund Bursary. It is given to a Louis Riel School Division graduating student who has achieved good marks. They must be pursuing post-secondary education in an academic or vocational field. This year the award is presented to Samaya Bush from the New Media Design program. For our final awards, the Governor General's Medal and the Louis Riel School Division Legacy Scholarship, we call upon our principal, Mr. Cameron, to make the presentations.
The Governor General's Academic Medal was first awarded in 1873 by the Earl of Dufferin and has since become one of the most prestigious awards that a student in a Canadian educational institution can receive. The Governor General of Canada continues this tradition of encouraging scholarship across the nation and recognizing outstanding students. The Louis Riel School Division has added a financial award as recognition of the importance of this prestigious medal. We thank the Louis Riel School Board for their continued support of student scholarship. Our Governor General's Medal Award winner for 2021 came to ATC at the age of 25 to earn a certificate and also earn a mature student diploma. Our winner has a young child but kept on top of all schoolwork during remote learning while caring for someone who is preschool aged. Our winner showed leadership in the classroom, being the team leader for a major class project. She was excellent in communicating with her team members and the client for whom the project was being done. She showed talent in all areas and many outside the program, for which we are confident she has a bright future ahead of her. Our Medal Award winner is continuing her post-secondary training at CDI College. With an average of 88%, I ask you to join me in congratulating ATC's Governor General's Medal Award winner for 2021 from the New Media Design program, Raven Moore.
Well, folks, that brings to an end ATC Convocation 2021. On behalf of the staff, we want to congratulate all of our grads and wish you all the best as you move forward. Take care, stay safe, good evening.